They made me want to do things, dirty things for money. Like nothing
So
comes to me like
sad.
suicide.
Wow. Just wow, man. People are really going through a lot. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Zinny and I am back again like I never left. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back, and if you're joining me for the very first time, you are highly welcome. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be scrutinizing all of the conversations Nana had with some of the housemates concerning the awful experiences she has been through in life, okay? So stay till the end of this video. You do not want to miss out on any of this gist, okay? So without further ado, let us dive right straight into it. So guys, the first set of people Nana shared her personal experience with Jenny O, Yvonne, and Olivia. So this started where Biggie asked them to get to know each other and gave them a dice where they had to throw toast around and then answer some of the questions. So yeah, she started talking about her own experience, about how she was almost 6 to 7 months pregnant and she didn't even know, and the child died in her. The child was decaying, but she was looking all bloated, and her auntie said she it was an infection, so nobody really thought much about it until she had to go to the hospital and they discovered that she was carrying a dead child. The child had to be evacuated from her womb, and luckily for her, she did not die and her womb is still intact. She talked about how severally her father said to her face that she was a mistake, and you know that is a very traumatic experience, hearing your own biological father say to your face that you are a mistake. I mean, that pain doesn't go, it never goes away, considering the fact that you share the same blood with this individual. Like, do some parents think, like, even if you know fully well that you didn't plan to have this child, the child is here already, why say to their face that the child is a mistake? I mean, gosh, I really felt so sad when she made that statement. She talked about how the financial constraint in her family really affected her. She had to drop out of school. She had to start doing some things that she wouldn't have done if she was financially stable, which included sleeping with the same gender, sleeping with the other gender as well for money. You know, she talked about how her mother really didn't care about her. Nobody could give her some sort of consolation, a shoulder to cry on. She was depressed, she was suicidal most of the time. She talked about how, you know, she shouldered the responsibilities of catering for her younger ones at a very young age. And I feel this is something that most African parents do. When you see your first or second child has gotten to a certain age, you want to throw them the load of catering for the children you had. I mean, that's really bad. She talked about how she had to, you know, do all of this, engage in all of this activities that she wouldn't have done if she was okay, just to feed her family, her entire family. She also talked about how she would bring money home to the house and her mother wouldn't even question her, like, okay, where did you get this money from? What are you doing? You know, what are you really doing as a means? What do you have as a means of livelihood to bring this amount of money home? And even if she was seeing the money just a little, but she wasn't really satisfied with herself. She never knew herself. She felt empty. She felt depressed. She felt suicidal. And then considering the fact that her family, she has no backing from her family, they are even depending on her and all of that, she felt so alone. Like, you know, she also talked about the fact that she has no emotion towards the other gender. Like, when she's having a sexual intercourse with anybody at all, she feels nothing. It's just like you just do whatever it is you want to do and stand up. She feels empty. She doesn't have any emotions, nothing at all, and it's because of the trauma, the chaos she has passed through in life. She went on, and even Olivia didn't even understand what she was saying. It was Yvonne that had to explain to her, because they were thinking, oh, this girl is bisexual. Then Yvonne had to explain to her that no, it's because of the financial crisis she's been through. And Olivia was like, oh, now condition. She was like, okay, fine, no problem. So yeah, she talked about the fact that she's not attracted to the same sex, but she had to do what she had to do, which involves sleeping with the same gender, because she needed to feed herself. And I find that so traumatizing. I find that so, you know, so painful, knowing fully well that you really do not want to engage in such activities, such atrocities, let me put it that way. Okay, you know what? Actually, homosexuality is not an atrocity, but when you have to do it, you know, when that's not your sexuality, I feel like I don't feel it's right. But you know, she had no option than to do that, because that was the only thing, that was the only means of livelihood she had to eat. you know, to feed her family and all that. So the conversation went on, and then she proceeded to talking to Kosi as well concerning her own personal experience, same awful personal experience that she has been through. She talked about how she would go to people to, you know, seek financial assistance, and in turn they would want to sleep with her, they want her to pay them in kind, you know. And when I was listening to her having that conversation with Kosi, I could relate to it because I have seen so many times on social media ladies sharing their stories on how they've gone to people, not even financial assistance. So that's the worst part. It's probably for a job, for probably an opportunity, something not for you to even bring out money from your pocket and give them. They'll say no, you have to sleep with them. Probably some models that want to, you know, model for free, say just for the, you know, exposure. They'll say no, you have to, you know, that kind of is very traumatizing. It feels like, okay, so I can't do anything without my body. Is it not better I just go into prostitution? It can be very depressing. You know, I've seen so many people come on social media and even they got help due to the fact that they exposed some of these people. I could relate to it, and she said it wasn't a one-time thing or a two-time thing. She had it occurred often, you know, and she had no choice than to do it because she needed to feed herself, her siblings, her parents, the same parents that do not care about her, care less about her, do not even think about her, do not call her, do not check up on her. She still has to feed them. And actually, she feels like at this point in her life, she doesn't think she would want to, you know, listen to her parents when they come to her again for any kind of assistance because they were never there for them. Kosi, on the other hand, had to share her own experience with her, how things have been tough with her, the things she's been through, you know, in her career and all that. And, you know, advised her to, you know, move on with life and focus on her goals, that she's definitely going to make it. You know, she talked about her, I'm talking about Nana right now. Nana talked about how she was so grateful for the platform, you know, being in the BBTitan, and she can't wait to, you know, utilize this platform to the best of her capability in order to, you know, start up something for herself and be financially stable. I felt so sad for this lady. And you know, Nigerians to always bash somebody when they come with their personal experience. They'll feel, oh, this one is just looking for pity votes and just looking for empathy from the public. And most times I feel like it's really not the case. Sometimes I really admire her for being courageous enough to share such, you know, such special, I don't know if I should call it special, such, you know, such personal experience with people that you just met, strangers. I can never, to be honest, I'll probably monitor you for a while before I want to open my mouth and talk to you about my personal life. I could just tell you, you know, random things that I could tell anybody at all, you feel me? I know this. I see a lot of people telling her, please, can you keep quiet? You talk to us. So many comments on social media. People are even saying that, oh, she's lying and all of that. I feel like even if she's lying or not, it does not change the fact that these happenings are real. It's happening, guys. In this world that we are in, on this planet Earth, people are legit getting depressed and suicidal over the fact that they are always being asked to pay back in kind when they seek for favors. And most times, that's the painful thing, is most times it's not even financial. Even if it's a financial assistance somebody asks of you, I mean, it's either you say pay back or I'm not giving. But when you ask a woman to sleep with you in order to help her, I mean, it says a lot in a negative way about your personality. It is so appalling. It is all shades of wrong. She talked about how she had to face that in most times of her life. You know, most times she had to face that that kind of, you know, experience, people telling her to sleep with her, and you know, it made her empty, made her feel no emotions whatsoever concerning anybody, to the extent that she had to, you know, be comfortable inflicting pain on herself just to, you know, find some kind of solace or something. I mean, it's just wow, guys. Okay, I'm also going to be talking about Tsatii and how Nelisa talked about Tsatii's sexuality during her first diary section.
Now, I didn't know that Tsatii had like a lesbian side to her.
Wow. So Nelisa was called to the diary section, and to the diary room rather, for her diary section, and she talked about how Biggie asked her, okay, if she has you know, discovered anything about the house, what she thinks about them, and she was like, oh, that she has discovered that Tsatii is actually bisexual. She has a side of lesbianism in her and all that. So, and I'm like, okay. Anyways, it's not a crime. I feel like it's in Nigeria here that homosexuality is not it's not legal, but over there in South Africa, like they are free with their sexual, they are free with being open, you know, they are free with being sexual, you know, to people, especially with others that share the same sexuality with them. They're not scared of it, they see it as nothing. And to be honest with you, I am not an homophobic person, you feel me? I am not against the LGBT crew. So if you are gay, you're a lesbian, you're a bisexual, you're whatever it is you are, you're a transgender, as long as, that's my own perspective, as long as you're not hurting anyone, as long as you're having the consent of your partner, everything is fine. I mean, when you now force somebody to, you know, be sexual with you, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you're gay and you meet someone else who is gay and you both agree to be together, where is the issue, man? There is no issue for me. So I feel South Africans are more sexual, they are more, you know, open about their sexuality and all that. So I feel that's why she was able to open up to Nelisa that, oh, she's a bisexual and she finds women legit attractive, unlike Nana, who did it in the past because of the financial constraints she and her family were facing. So guys, this is the gist about the whole bisexuality, because I've been seeing a lot of people mixing it up that, oh, Nana is a bisexual, this and that, there are two bisexuals in the house. No, Nana is not bisexual. She does not find women attractive at all. She only did it at that point in time in her life because she was facing financial crisis. But Tsatii is legit a bisexual individual. Okay, so I just decided to clear this up for y'all because I'm seeing a lot of, you know, misconstruction about the whole thing. Yes, so see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe to my channel and please turn on your post notification to be notified when I drop a new video. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching once again. Bye.